Uganda's first ever national conference on family planning, organized by the United Nations Population Fund, UNFPA, together with the Ministry of Health, has been officially launched by the President, with the UN Under-Secretary General and UNFPA ED, Dr. Osot Mehin Babatunde, in attendance.
This conference is a follow-up to the International Conference on Family Planning.
President Museveni cited countries like China, Japan and India that have achieved this even with high populations.
They are much more wealthy than they were at that time. Population per se is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is lack of economic growth and transformation.
Investing in family planning and accelerating it, according to the executive chairman of the National Planning Authority, means greater economic growth by 2040.
If we combine economic emphasis and family planning emphasis, we shall move from $506 per capita and we move to $9,500.
In accelerating family planning, leadership is an aspect that comes to the fore, and it has worked well for countries such as Ethiopia, Rwanda and Bangladesh. President Museveni, along with other leaders, committed to increasing the budget for family planning in a 2012 Family Planning Summit in London, and this was considered a win for the country.
The leadership of the President and the leadership of Uganda in this area is one which we have to celebrate. But celebrate only to the extent that we have just begun. We have just begun because until we reach every woman and every girl who requires information and services, our job cannot be complete.
If you control population only and you don't work on the other factors I have talked about, education, health, infrastructure, job creation, you are not going to go far.
According to the 2013 progress report for Uganda, the Millennium Development Goals have been achieved, including halving the number of people in absolute poverty. The country is on track to achieve Goal 3 of gender equality and 4 of improving child health, plus 7 of safe water and sanitation. To development partners, however, Goal 5 of improving maternal health is still wanting, even when Uganda's family planning unmet need has decreased from 41 to 34%.
Maternal mortality has remained unacceptably consistently high in Uganda, with 438 deaths per 100,000 live births. This is according to the 2011 Demographic Health Survey. We know that universal access to adequate family planning can contribute up to 30% reduction of maternal mortality and infant deaths.
These deaths impede socio-economic development. Worse is the fact that contraceptive use in the country is one of the lowest in the region.
The low uptake of contraceptives predisposes women to the high fertility rates, leading to frequent pregnancies that expose them to the risk of maternal and neonatal deaths, while the teenage pregnancy also heightens the risk to pregnancy complications, including the unsafe abortions and death.
According to the State Minister for Health, Sarah Opendi, some religious leaders have been found to be a hindrance to family planning.
So when we are doing anything contrary to God's will,
Proving Opendi's point, a sheikh refused to pray for the conference because it allegedly contradicted the teachings of Islam. Museveni did not spare him.
Then, Sheikh, what happens after you have filled the earth? Then what do you do? if the Sheikh thinks that this is anti-God, first, the Sheikhs and the reverends must look after their families well, so their families are wealthy. Then you can come and preach to me. But before you have done that, please, just keep quiet.
It's unacceptable to have too many girls out of school. It's unacceptable to have the kind of poverty that we have because of high fertility rates. It is within our powers to do something.
We are not talking about having a small population. Uganda can have these 70 million people, but the question is, what type of population do you have? Are you having a population of just peasants, people who don't know how to read and write, people who are not well fed? I recite.
This is answered in the report the President launched at the conference, harnessing the demographic dividend, which is to turn the growing population majority of youth into a productive force.
To change the structure of the age so that in the end, the generation to come will have more people who are in working with skills, participating and contributing to the nation than the dependents.
All stakeholders agree that the overall aim is now to have a quality population which can take care of itself without lacking the most basic necessities. Flores Salima, NTV.